again.
Good to see you.
Now, where'd you come in from? New York?
Came in from New York, yes.
Are you living back there now?
I live in New York. Crazy but true, yes. I know everybody seems to have moved west. I moved east.
Yeah, I always thought you lived here for some reason.
Well, I did.
Oh, okay.
You were right to think that.
Okay.
In fact, last time I was here, I lived here.
You like it better? I mean, is there more work in New York? It seems...
No, I think there's virtually no work in New York. It presents a challenge, and frankly, I like a challenge. I don't know. I just, my family lives in New York. I was raised in New York City.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah, I just like that combative, belligerent lifestyle.
Oh, good, good. Well, you have a huge family,
yes.
Right? It's like...
8 kids.
Wow.
Yes.
And what were you, 4th? Was that what you told me?
I'm 4th of 8, yes.
Oh, boy.
That middle child syndrome.
Middle
Works
child.
well.
Jesus, like any child syndrome with 8. Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, serves me, I guess.
Now, you say you flew back, but the last time I talked to you, you told me you were very superstitious about flying. Is this...
Yes.
Yeah,
it's gotten progressively worse as you get older, you know.
You get older. What are we now, like 26 or something? Oh, yeah, it must be...
Yes, I'm 26.
Oh, some elderly person like yourself. I'm surprised you could get on the plane, actually.
Well, I have to be helped.
Now, why would you... Now, you're an intelligent, bright woman. What kind of superstition? Like what?
Well, you're assuming that, but thank you.
Well,
no, you know what happens is you just... I think, I come from theater. That's how I started work, and... A majority of people who work in theater, I think it's fair to say, are sort of ruled by superstition. You sort of live your life. Ritual becomes very important. And I just became nervous about flying because I started flying a lot, and I thought, every time I flew, I thought the odds were definitely stacked against me. So I sort of created a small superstition, something that I had to do before I boarded the plane, which has become so long and process that it takes me hours.
Just like chewing gum and patting your head and this type of thing?
If it were that simple, I'd be thrilled, but no, it's lots of things. I have to touch the bags to make sure they get there, that they're safe. I have to check out the pilot. Does he look safe? Is he trustworthy? I have to touch the plane. I have to feel good about things in general. And
what I said about the intelligent young woman thing, let me ask you about... No, wait a minute. Now, when you say you have to... All right, now you touch the bags.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And what does that do? I mean, if you don't touch them, they'll go to some other destination?
Well, last time I flew, from New York to Pittsburgh, my bags didn't get there, and they said they were checking the islands. And I thought to myself, what island are they checking? So you see the sort of mistakes that can happen. So do you think I'm crazy to touch them?
Oh, no, but by going like this,
no,
that will
it's
ensure.
It's not just that.
Oh, there's more.
It's a light massage of the luggage.
You know what I find?
Not really.
You know what I find? I'm a little superstitious, too. What I do is I write my name and address on the bag. I'm very superstitious also. And then I put that on there. See, foolishly thinking that, woo, someone might read it, woo, and they would call me. As opposed to the touching the bag.
Well, I too put my name on the bag.
Oh.
I have like 9 name tags on my bag.
Well, then it probably went to one of 9
and
families.
not only that, can I tell you? No. In fact, what happened was last time I flew here, I was here a couple of weeks ago, and I flew in from Pittsburgh, and I put my name on the bag, and I was picked up at the airport, and the driver who was kind enough to pick me up failed to pick up my bag. He left on the curb at the airport in Los Angeles, but sure enough, I had touched that bag, and I heard immediately from a spokesperson from the airline saying that my bag was in safekeeping.
Oh, well, the thieves probably went,
There's little of no value in the bag.
We'll find out a little bit more about this right after this. Sarah Jessica Parker, right? Sarah Jessica Parker, I hope this interview goes well.
All right, have a field day. Go ahead.
No. Now what?
I'm here and I'm safe, aren't I?
That's true. So the touching the bag thing.
That's right.
Well, how about just through daily life? Is this only when you fly? Do you have these for other?
I have some other ones which you probably shouldn't discuss because I'm just afraid they'll be jinxed and they no longer will be.
Of course, how foolish of me.
I guess it would be generous of me to share them. That way everybody would feel better. But then I'd be even more of a lunatic than you already think I am.
I mean, have you ever not done them and things worked out okay?
Well, I have tangible evidence that if, in fact, I don't say rabbit on the first of the month.
Wait, back up. Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Like the animal rabbit.
That's correct.
Okay. So if you don't say rabbit on the first of the month.
Before you say another word to another human being alive, then it's supposed to bring you good luck for a month, that month. And I didn't say it in November of 91, and I, in fact, suffered tremendously. It's just silly. I mean, it's
no,
really
it's not
just silly
at all.
Well,
Now, why Rabbit Rabbit? I don't understand.
It's just an old thing. I don't know. I think my mother told me about it, who is a completely normal and rational human being.
So this is genetic, is what you're saying.
Well, no, I can't blame it on genetics or any sort of DNA thing. I think it's just something that look, I mean, I don't wash my hands all day long. I'm not, like, completely compulsive and strange.
Oh, no, Rabbit, touch, bang, bang. No. I mean, I can't imagine when the 8 kids go home for Christmas, it must be like touching things all over the place. It's very odd. Are you the only one in your family that does this?
I've convinced some others to carry on the tradition.
And you grew up in a house. I remember you told me you had no TV when you were a kid.
That's right.
You're young, so that's kind of odd.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to watch television.
Oh, smart parents, huh?
Yeah, well, smart and yes, I guess they thought it was the right thing at the time.
They were superstitious, didn't want you touching the TV. Yeah.
But you know what's weird about what you just said? We finally got a television in 1976 for the Olympics, and we were only allowed to watch, forgive me, we were only allowed to watch PBS. Because
please, it's a fine line.
Okay. Anyway, so my mother, we had this television, and we were only supposed to watch PBS, but she would leave and she would go to meetings, and we would all, of course, like a magnet to a refrigerator. We were sucked to the television immediately, and we'd sit around. We were completely non-discriminating. Whatever channel was on, we turned the TV on. We were just, that thing, that weird 4-year-old gaze, where you just kind of like that in front of the TV, and no one can get to you at all. And we'd hear her car pull up in the driveway, and we'd race to our rooms and open some text on art history or something, and she would come and she'd actually touch the television.
Touch the TV.
Because to see if it was hot.
Oh, I
see if we'd been watching it.
Oh,
and it was like so hot that it was ready to explode. And of course she'd say, "Who was watching television?" We were like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." I, of course, was
couldn't possibly
studying, the world.
Now, you in this movie, Honeymoon in Las Vegas. Now,
Yes.
how long were you there in Vegas?
We shot in Vegas for about 5 weeks.
Had you ever been there before? Do you go
No,
there?
I'd never been.
It is. You talk about superstition. Now, gamblers are the worst with that kind of stuff.
Unbelievable. I refuse to gamble because I'm familiar with my personality enough to know that it would have been a whole routine.
So you didn't gamble?
I didn't gamble. Well, I didn't. That's not completely true. I didn't gamble for a long time. I feel like I'm at a weird meeting. Like, all right, I gambled.
It's denial. You're blocking. So you did gamble.
Well, what happened was
you didn't gamble the first day, is what you're saying.
I didn't gamble for 4 weeks. I avoided. I had this weird fear of being caught on the floor of the casino with that plastic bucket and a bunch of coins and that weird kind of like look that people there get, that sort of tragic look, and I thought I just couldn't sink to that level. So finally, I was with, God knows, I'm so close.
Okay.
You have to let go of that.
No, okay. So
anyway, so finally I was hanging out with Nicolas Cage and some other people who do gamble and are what I consider to be true risk takers. They gambled quite a bit of money, so that what Nick would do is he'd put his money on red and roulette, and he'd say rainbow, rainbow. And whenever I was around, he'd say, I guess this is all sort of fitting together nicely, isn't it?
It's all coming together.
He'd say rainbow, rainbow, and whenever I was there, he'd lose. So I got to thinking that, of course, naturally, I was bad luck. Well, one night I was convinced to put down $50 on red, and we all chanted rainbow, rainbow, a group of us who had put much more money than me. And we won, and I walked away with my winnings.
So you said red, and it could have come up
rainbow,
black.
It could have come up black, but because Lee said
What
rainbow,
are the odds
rainbow.
of that, huh? It was choice of two.
Is that a crazy risk?
Wow.
Did I just live by the seat of my pants?
What a wild risk. Now we have a clip from the movie here.
Okay.
This is,
oh, God, I'm so excited about this.
compared to your life, this movie seems normal now. Okay, do we need to explain what's going on here?
Well, I guess briefly, it's a point in the film very early on where I've just met James Caan, and I'm about to go on a trip with him, and I can't say too much more than that, except that it's fabulously hilarious.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look. Honeymoon in Las Vegas.
Come on, you're so blithe about this all of a sudden, like you don't give a damn!
Of course I give a damn, but this was not my idea, okay, Jack? Poker was not my idea.
Would you please stop crucifying me with this?
See my bag?
He's gonna jump all over you the second he gets there.
Oh, no, let him please, Jack. Give me a little credit.
He'll overcome you. I mean, what happens if you start screaming? It's like a jungle over there! He probably has servants and bodyguards, and believe me, they will drug you!
His son is gonna be there, Jack. His granddaughter, Tiffany, will be there.
She knows the kid's name already. Okay. Marry me tonight.
No!
No, why not?
Because I don't believe you. I mean, Jack, If you really wanted to marry me, you would have done it this afternoon. Yes, this is the Alibaba suite. I have some bags that have to be brought down. Yes, thank you. You were looking for a way to get out of this. I mean, you don't have to be Freud to figure that one out.
I was not looking! Listen. You'll be back Monday.
I don't know, probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday? That's almost a week!
Would you expect us to fly back and forth to Hawaii in 2 days?
Us? Already it's us.
Oh, don't be infantile. I'm trying to make the best of this.
Well, you're doing great!
Very funny. I love all the Elvis things.
Oh, yeah, there's quite a bit of Elvis. Elvis's presence is felt.
I like the, in the promo, one not giving away, they have the flying Elvises from the Utah chapter.
Utah chapter.
Yes,
Yeah, that's great.
No, it's very funny. So what's next? Going on vacation now? When you finish your movie, do you go on vacation?
I'm going to try to go on vacation. I've never been on vacation. You can only imagine what I have to go through to go on vacation.
Catching all those bangs.
But I'm going to try to, yes.
Okay. Well, the movie is Honeymoon in Vegas. It opens, the 28th?
Friday, yes.
Yeah,
28th.
it's terrific. I saw it last night. Very
You all
funny.
must rush. It's
Oh,
wonderful.
yeah. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Sarah Jessica Parker.